Hello, Lusitani 53 here, again playing Total War Rome 2. Today I'm going to do another replay, but instead of versus Kibble Dog like the last time one of my friends, I decided I should do one against a random opponent. If I could find it here, I have so many replays that it tends to lag when I load them all. So give me un momento. No, I'm a gringo, but deal with it. Alright. Here we go. Watch replay. Alright. So, my opponent decided to play Boii. Boii has a really strong mid-tier infantry and high-tier infantry with sword followers and oath sworn. But their weakness is in their skirmishers. They don't have very good skirmishers. And as Lusitani, I have very good skirmishers, very good infantry. My cav is somewhat lacking, which is why I'm kind of questioning he brought no cav. I don't know why. Because he could have outclassed me in the cav fight, but so far from the beginning, it looks like I outclass him in cav and in skirmishers, as far as my advantages right from the beginning here. But again, very strong infantry line, so that's no joke. Sword followers. Don't let the melee attack fool you. Their armor, their melee defense, and their shield walls will definitely pull them through a battle. Now, yeah, he decided to bring some artillery here. Now, I don't know why, because as Lusitani, I have access to loose formations. So, I can spread out here and reduce my damage from artillery. And he's not going to really do much to me. I'd rather spend my money on, well, in his case, he probably should have put that money in the cav. But, not my choice, so I'll just go with it. Alright, I'm going to advance here a little bit. Try to get within skirmisher range and make him come to me, since I do have the skirmisher advantage. He's not really going to have a choice, and his artillery isn't really going to rack in too many kills compared to my Balearic slingers here. Which are some of the best skirmishers you can get in the game. And the nice part is, since I'm playing Lusitani, which is an Iberian faction, they're not mercenary. I can bring as many as I want, which gives me an opportunity to bring in like 6 where other people can only bring 3. So, give me a slight advantage there. Alright, I'm going to keep advancing to get within skirmisher range. Tari cavalry here taking some hits. But they'll be fine for now. Try to loosen them up here into like a little spaghetti line, take less casualties. Alright. Looks like he brought Celtic bowmen for his skirmisher unit, which my Balearic slingers will absolutely shred. For now, his artillery is going to get some pot shots on me, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm worried about his infantry. His oath sworn in the back too are going to cause me some issues if he brings them as a flanking unit. Alright, he's deciding to move up his skirmishers, I guess, to meet my Balearic slingers or try to shoot some of my guys. I don't know what's going through his head right now, but let's see what he does. Alright, let's see if I'm in skirmisher range here. Alright, here I go, bringing up my Balearic slingers. Start engaging here. Love slingers in this game. They last very long with that 25 ammunition. Last into the later game, after I've already killed all his skirmishers, I can go and kill some infantry. Definitely useful compared to a bowman or a javelin. Don't get me wrong, they have their purposes, but overall my preference is slingers. This one's getting shredded though by the artillery. He is using explosive shot, which do pretty good against these lightly armored units like the Lusitani, I suppose. Because if I was a Greek faction, I would say use the normal shot so I can roll through my lines and rack in some more kills, but I guess explosive will work. He's gonna go and move up his front line, try to charge me. He has 7 men or units in his front line. I have 7 units in my front line, so I start charging each of his units individually. Hold them.
Get moving! Got them down!
Alright, here comes the charges. And the first charge of the game, right here. Alright, already down to, ooh, charges are going to be brutal on both sides, looks like. I wasn't really focusing my skirmishers on his infantry line, so I was focusing more on his skirmishers. So maybe some of my guys got hit here. Oof, my skirmishers might be hitting my own guys, that's not good. Nevertheless, these guys are still pretty heavy as far as stats. Their armor might not be heavy, but look at that melee attack, weapon damage, and melee defense. Brutal. Definitely hold their own against a sword follower. No problem. Even, oh, yep, bringing them down to my size, looks like, slowly. Bring down to 80. Alright, I broke his center here, the naked swords, which is weakest point, but not too long later, my veteran shield warriors are going to waver. This one's going to get wavered, so now my center's being broken. But not really much of a problem for me since most of my army is here on the flanks. And I have my skirmishers here that can just run away if anything. And if these few survivors that do make it, I'll just have my general finish them off. Oof, get some javelin throws in on me though. Alright. Got some Oathsworn lining up here, Lusitani nobles lining up on my side. Got my cav kind of getting on the flank there. This side of the engagement is going to start with the more higher tier infantry. So Lusitani nobles versus Oathsworn. And the charge is going to be brutal on both sides, I believe. Yep. Definitely taking each other down a notch. And using headhunt. Alright. So I'd say on this side I'm going to lose just because he outnumbers me and he put more of his focus on this side, which means on this side he put less of his focus. He only brought a spear unit to back him up, so it's not as bad as a sword follower on that side. Looks like this side of the engagement is going to start up too. Oof, I don't get a charge, so that's not going to be good for me at all. And he used headhunt. That's not looking good. Alright. Bringing me down pretty badly here. But I do have the cav advantage. So I'm going to keep that in my arsenal here. Alright, in the center here, I'm breaking a little bit. He's breaking a little bit the last of the fight. I broke on this side, but before they can reform, I'm going to send my cav in. Try to avoid these veteran spears if I can. I'm going to take a few javelin shots there, which is not good, but I don't have to worry about his leftover sword followers harassing my slingers, and they can just have free reign on everything, considering his skirmishers are out of the picture now. So I have the skirmisher advantage and the cav advantage. But infantry, I believe, is the backbone of this game, in my opinion. So he still has plenty of infantry on the map, especially on this side. I'm going to lose this side, no doubt. He just completely outnumbers me. As for this side, it's up in the air. I got some leftover veteran shield warriors. They're not going to do much because they're kind of just shredded here. But I can use them to hold down the spear unit if I need to get some cav charges here later. Alright, starting to throw some of my rocks here from my Balearic slingers into the back of his blob over here trying to fight me as he finishes me off on this side of the battle. Gonna rack in already 155 kills. You can see why I just love these things. 151, 68, 80. Not bad. Still got my general here to protect him or hold. Alright, like I mentioned, I'm gonna have these guys hold as a sacrifice. They're gonna waver pretty quickly, but get some time to throw in some rocks and get some cav rear charges here. Gonna break his O-Sworn and free up my infantry here. Take him on. Alright, breaking and shattering that O-Sworn. Try to make it out as quickly as possible before the spears catch up to me. Then we get another rear charge on this O-Sworn. He tries to come in after me. He's not really braced, so it's not really a win-win either way. If he faces my cav, he's going to get stabbed in the ass by my Lusitani nobles, which don't really know what's the better choice in that game. In that thing there, I don't even know. You get screwed either way. Alright, now that he's taken on all my guys on that side in one. Ooh, I should not have. Probably should have head right into him. It's not going to be good taking javelin fire there from behind, especially with my already low armor, because I'm Lusitani. But these, no, they're fresh. I'm surprised after all that fighting. This guy looks like he's exhausted. Unless he used second wind recently, and they're just still in that animation, I guess. Alright. Guess I'm going to turn around my general here. Generals are going to fight. My general and his general. And I'm not going to win that with my general. I'm just going to sacrifice my general here because it's a big juicy target. So let me kill his general, let me send everything I got. Well, my skirmishers just kind of sneak around and get some pot shots. A little bit of a gamble because I will take a morale penalty, but definitely worth it. Still think I might have more men. Balance of power's in my favor here still. Use some of my Balearic slingers that are out of ammo to hold his guys down while my cav try to kill off these artillery men. They're trying to chase my skirmishers and harass them. Free up my skirmishers, kill some of these spears so I can have free cavalry rain.
Take the heads! Hack them down!
Alright, looks like he's finished off my general.
Break off!
It's a sacrifice that had to be made, it looks like. Just another Balearic slinger. Gonna get shredded, but he's out of ammo, might as well hold him down. Gonna sacrifice my cav, I guess, too, to buy me some time. Those Balearic slingers get into position here and just snipe everything from behind.
Move it!
I'm gonna take on this veteran spear with my cav. And with cavalry counter tactics. Not too many men left, but honestly, I don't really need my cav after taking out that spear, to be honest. These guys are free, but they're exhausted, so those guys are pretty much at this point. Yep, he's wavering. I have more men. Army losses here because, again, skirmisher advantage. Shoot him from behind, shred him. So I sacrificed my general, sacrificed some units, but it all paid off in the end. It was a good fight on my opponent's part. Just he could have used a better army selection. Against Lusitani, he's not going to win the skirmisher fight, but he could have brought some cav, and that would have been a different story, because then I wouldn't have had the cav advantage. He can outclass me all day as Boii with cav. These cav were only meant to support. They didn't get too many kills, but they did their job. Skirmishers racking in kills, just like I meant them to. Mainline infantry doing what they're supposed to do, holding the line. doing okay. Lusitani nobles did okay. Usually I get more out of them. General did okay. His mainline infantry did pretty good, not gonna lie. Other than that, though, oh yeah, and his artillery did okay. General did okay. But in the end, I did win this battle. Good game to my opponent, though. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and Marius953 signing out.